Support WrestleTalk!
Click the thumbs up.
Paige has been removed as the SmackDown Live general manager. Mustafa Ali pins Bryan and call off the searches as we found Andrade, Cien, Almas, Gallanderson and Sanity. I am Luke Owen. Press the thumbs up and leave a comment that I can reply to, and vote in the poll above my head to let me know what you thought of the show, where you can choose from Smackdown, Smacktastic, Smack Bang in the middle, Smackdowner, and a smack in the face. This is the 18th of December 2018 edition of SmackDown Live in about 4 minutes. The show opened with a continuation of the storyline that the McMahons are the new decision makers in WWE by telling all the SmackDown roster hanging out backstage that they will also be making changes to SmackDown Live with new faces and fresh matchups. He also made the announcement that because this is the new era of no general managers, Paige has been removed from her position, with some reports saying she's destined for kickoff show panels with David Otunga and Booker T, which I'm sure she's thrilled about. Becky Lynch opened the show proper when she came out to call out Ronda Rousey for her actions at TLC. This brought out Charlotte Flair, who told Becky to get in line as she should be the next contender to Asuka's Women's Championship, which brought out Asuka to celebrate with her newly won title. Vince McMahon came out to tell both Flair and Lynch to get over what Ronda did at TLC, as she was well within her rights to do what she did, adding that Lynch is always acting like she's entitled to something she's not. I bloody knew he was behind that millennial man nonsense. Naomi came out and said she wanted a shot at Asuka, which Vince McMahon made official. And that led to the mega powers of Asuka and Naomi exploding! And we got something a lot of us have been waiting for a lot in 2018. Naomi being given a chance to have a decent wrestling match. We all know she's capable of it, but she's been sat on the sidelines all year long. This was a good TV championship match that got really good by the end, with Naomi scoring a great near fall off the rear view, but Asuka hit a code breaker on a springboarding Naomi and got in the Asuka lock for the win. This was a really hot start to the show and an excellent first step for Asuka's reign as the SmackDown Women's Champion. Rusev was interviewed backstage and reminded everyone that he is a handsome hunk with a great beard. He's not wrong. While United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura looks more like Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, as long as he doesn't look like the new movie version. Nakamura cut a promo later in the show saying Rusev was nothing more than a goofball on Total Divas, and it was announced that Shinsuke will defend his title next week on the Christmas Day show. Jeff Hardy came out to the ring to get an apology from Samoa Joe, but Joe instead suggested he stage an intervention. This was more great stuff from Samoa Joe, who then got shut down by Jeff, who pointed out that Joe is just insecure because he's been in WWE for nearly 2 years and has yet to win a title. It was more of a damning indictment of the WWE booking team than anything else. Hardy laid out Joe with a twist of fate, and it was announced they will face each other next week. Earlier in the show, Miz approached Vince McMahon backstage asking for his blessing to be in a tag team with his son Shane. This was actually a really funny segment, and it led to a very short tag match between Miz and Mandy Rose against the formidable winners of Mixed Match Challenge Season 2, R-Truth and Carmella. If you're wondering why Mandy Rose is there, it's so Truth could mistake her for Maurice. Comedy! Miz won the match in around a minute by hitting Truth with a skull-crushing finale. It was also announced that next week Miz will host a Miz TV segment with Shane McMahon. The Usos came out next to cut a promo saying that although they didn't win at TLC, they still run SmackDown Live. But before they could call out the bar, they were interrupted by Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, a team that has not been seen on TV since August. Anderson essentially echoed what I said in the TLC Wrestle Ramble review. New Day, the Bar, and the Usos are all great tag teams who have great matches, but we've seen them have those matches 1,000 times this year, and it's time for a change. Which confirms that WWE watches all of our videos, of course. This led to a really good match between both teams with lots of blind tags and electric action. The Bar came out to distract the Usos, but before they could do any damage, Sanity ran out from the crowd and laid out both teams. I cannot tell you how pleased I was to see this team back on TV. Not to be outdone, the Bar continued the beatdown on Gallanderson and the Usos to remind everyone that they are the tag team champions. This felt like the first time in ages that the tag team division has been taken seriously, and it is a wonderful sight. And the tag action continued as the team of Bryan and Andrade, Cien, Almas took on AJ Styles and the newest member of the SmackDown roster, Mustafa Ali. Yes, that's right, they announced that Ali was joining SmackDown full time, which certainly gives hope for the rest of the 205 Live roster, and we won't have to see so many talented guys get ignored by the majority of the WWE audience. Seriously, there is no reason why Buddy Murphy isn't on Raw tearing it up with the upper mid card. And while these four had a really good match, match, the MVP was this guy in a crowd that had a sign saying, "Yes, this sign wasted paper." That is an excellent sign. Bryan also cut a promo on Fresno saying it has the highest pollution rates in all of California, which oddly got a cheer from the crowd. I mean, you do know that pollution is bad, right? Anyway, this match was mostly Bryan and Almas working over Ali, but really picked up in the final few minutes and saw AJ hit Almas with the phenomenal forearm and Mustafa Ali pin Daniel Bryan with the 054. Yeah, you heard that right. Ali pinned the WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. In just one move and one win, Mustafa Ali feels like a big player on the Smackdown brand. Granted, he landed very hard on Bryan and audibly apologized to him, but all reports are that Bryan is fine and he didn't complain about the spot backstage. I'll be honest with you, I was up all last night being very sick, so it was an absolute joy to wake up this morning and watch a very fun episode of SmackDown Live. And unlike Raw, this did feel like a different show. The tag division suddenly seems fresh. We saw Naomi step up to the plate, and a possible new eventer was made in Mustafa Ali. This was a thumbs up show all round, and this week's SmackDown Live is a very high smacktastic. Holly and I were less than thrilled with Monday's Raw, which promised a lot of changes but didn't really feature any. Click the Wrestle Ramble video on screen right now to check that out. I've been Luke Owen, and that was wrestling.